Hello, hello. Hi.
Hello. Oh my
Um,
gosh, I haven't seen you guys in so long, I feel like.
yes, the last time you did sprints was the 18th, right?
I I do not even remember.
Yeah, and we haven't done sprints together, like on screen together since no October? November?
Yeah, probably October because I
Wow.
was in the States in November and then we didn't do December. So it's been October
Yeah,
since we did
2 months.
teach.
Yeah, sorry I cut you off there. What were you gonna say?
I'm
Oh,
just
sorry.
saying. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So it's exciting to be back together on screen and to be reading our book. So today we're gonna
I
start rock
know.
paper scissors.
This is going to be a really good book, I think. I feel like we're very good. We like the twisty turny
Yes.
mystery suspense, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I really don't even remember what it's about, really. And when I read the synopsis, I'm like, this sounds crazy good. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, is it like an amnesia? I don't know. I have no clue. So kind of going into it blind here when we start it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally going into it blind. I feel like I didn't know which one to vote for, but then I voted for this one because we do like the mystery thriller suspense, but
Yes.
I honestly don't know that much about this one.
No. I
So
I
I'm
know
going into blind too.
I know I read the synopsis. I just forget it. Um but yeah, I this one was really the only one I was super interested in. Like I'm gonna be honest here. Like the other two, I was like, these sound
Okay.
good, and I'll read them if we pick them, like obviously. But this one was like, yeah, this one sounds real interesting.
Yeah, you're not into the fairy tale retelling.
No. I typically am not, but I mean I don't know. But this one was like this one's gonna be also we need things to talk about. So the suspense, the on
Yes,
edge is
yes, that's why I picked this one, but I almost changed my mind,
yeah.
um, but I didn't.
Mhm.
It's a good thing I didn't because then it would have been a tie.
Yeah. Oh, true. What would you have gone with? You would have gone with.
I was gonna go with Confessions of the Ugly Stepsister.
Then it would have been a tie. Then it would have been a
Yeah,
tie.
the Cinderella,
Mm,
retelling.
yeah. Mhm.
I might read that, just not this month.
Yeah. Mhm. Um. Yes. Let's go through the comments. Hi, Mika. How you doing today? What you been
Hi,
up to?
Mika.
Are you ready? Do we have the book downloaded? So we were a few minutes late, as you probably noticed. Your comment was when I joined in. Your comment was already there. Um, I joined in at 12 exactly, and we had to like take a second because I'm like, I just ran over all over the house and got changed. So
And I was like, I need to when we start reading, I'm gonna run out and make some more hot water because my drink is really cold and my apartment is cold and my hands are cold and I really want something warm.
yes, for sure. It's snowy here.
What?
Yeah, real good snowy.
Oh
I think it's
my gosh.
it's like snowing right now. It looks like I guess maybe the mist has frozen a little bit, and so it's like the
I'm like a little bit jealous.
yes. It snowed yesterday, and it got like or it snowed overnight, I guess, and there was it stuck and it's still sticking. I can actually show you going to, but it's I feel like the light in the room is like it's white, like the light coming in. I love snow light. Yeah. But so I feel like kind of matching with this book. This book's gonna be a survival wilderness situation.
What is it really?
I I I don't know. Maybe I'm going off here.
Right. I feel
But
like yeah, you might be right. There
the
is some
cover
I yeah, I feel like there is some kind of survival thing going on.
yeah. The cover looks like it's a cabin in the middle of nowhere, which the cabin is real hard to see. Because the house
Oh,
is
I
big.
actually didn't notice that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
my cover doesn't look like that.
okay. What's your cover look like?
My cover has like 2 paper dolls,
Oh, interesting.
But you're right. The cover when I made my thumbnail,
Mm,
the cover that I got from Amazon is white with like
yeah.
it
And
looks
there's
so weird. I didn't look at it that closely.
it's white. It's
Cabin in the Woods. Ooh,
at the
this could be
top.
cute. I might not like this one. I might have to back out if this gets scary.
I'm hoping it doesn't get scary, but I guess here's the thing. I also think reading spooky books together is a good idea because we can read them together and we can calm each other's fears, take a break, not read it at nighttime, and then kind of do our thing. But the cover's a bird's eye view of a snowy forest, and you don't really see the green of the trees because it's all covered in snow. And then in between rock and scissors, rock, paper, scissors, like the words on the cover, in between rock and scissors, there's a little beige house with snow on the roof. And it's hard to see,
Oh.
but yeah. Um, yes. So, I mean, I don't know, I'm like kind of a little bit like, ooh, it's snowing here, it's snowing there, kind of creeped out a little bit maybe.
Well, all right.
But
You can
damn,
be
last night,
fun. I'll just be freezing cold. It's not snowy, but it's very cold.
yeah. Hi, cool gamer. Saying hi to cool gamer.
Hi, CG.
Yes. We had storm warnings here. The wind was rattling all the windows. Oh my gosh.
No way. Oh my gosh, you're in like a creepy house too then.
Yeah. Oh my
With the
gosh.
windows rattling.
That is very scary. I like part of me like wants the power to go out to have like a fun, like to have a weekend where like my mom or like a weekday where my mom doesn't have to go to work and we barbecue and we do all kinds of stuff. But it does like it upsets me in my core when like, oh, the power goes out. What are we gonna do? Like I flip out. Even though I've been like, I want the power to go out to my parents. Last night the power went out for a few seconds and I just like I started screaming. I was just not going. I was like, what if the power goes out today on like today before sprints? I'm like, I cannot bail on them again with my middle of nowhere power lines. But thank
No,
goodness, thank God that the power is still here today. I'm
we're
like,
still there. Is it still snowing or like the snow is just on the ground?
I think it's snowing a little bit. It's like a little bit above freezing, so I guess it's like raining.
Oh,
And, like slightly snowed, I guess. Like I'm looking out the window and there's like white flowing everywhere. Like light, like not white flowing everywhere. Like you can see like it looks like mist, but like frozen mist.
oh,
So it's like
interesting.
it's like misting, but like white mist and not clear mist. I don't know, but it's not. I mean, you can. It's not like hard visibility. The visibility is totally fine. So I guess it's snowing a little bit. I don't know, but yeah, I got a sled yesterday in the mail. My mom bought me like a plastic like sled. It says 4 and up, which she's like, I guess that could work, right? But I don't know. It's like a plastic sled. It's like this wide. It's like hopefully I'll be able to get into it. And then we have like a really tall. We live on like the top of a hill, and so we have like a tall driveway. So yesterday they were like, when are you going to get in that sled and then you can go down the hill? I'm like, I don't want to go outside. Like I'm going to have to get dressed. I'm going to have to put my shoes on. Like I'm going to have to do all this stuff and I'm going to be wet. I'm like, I don't want to go. Like it's beautiful. The snow's beautiful, but I don't want to go out there.
I mean, if it's not that cold and you have you have a coat and a hat and a scarf and boots, you
Yeah,
should go.
I should go. Yeah, I know I should go.
Good.
I gotta get, I don't know.
You don't have snow all the time.
No, that is true. That is true. We haven't had a good snow in a couple of years. So yeah, I should go. I should go. We'll see if I end up going. I'm excited for this book discussion. Have you read this book?
Really?
Or are you starting with us? Or let us know. Let
No, I
us
think she's starting with us.
Are you starting it with us?
I
Exciting.
think. I think so.
Yeah. Hi, Lily, but let us know.
I
Okay.
could be wrong, but I think so. I think we're all starting today at the same time.
Exciting. I'm definitely excited to start this book. Oh, I'm jumping down. Lily has read it. Okay. So this is your
Oh, she
thing.
already read it. Okay.
Yes. Mhm. She'll be able to give us our opinions as we go. Where were we at? We were here, I think. Okay. So maybe it's the European cover.
Oh yeah, maybe. Well, maybe. It's the one I got off of Everand.
Mm,
So maybe it's just the Everand cover. I don't know.
maybe.
Mika, how are you reading it or listening to it?
Good question.
Because that might be why I have that cover.
Yeah. Because I got mine off of Audible. I checked Kindle Unlimited and that had the white cover, but I haven't listened to mine off Audible. Yes, saying hi. Already read it. It was one of my top thrillers of 2024. This is very
Ooh, all right, Lily. We're gonna have millions of spoilers, but don't give us spoilers before we know them.
yes. You can talk spoilers, but don't
hard.
get
It'll be hard.
ahead of us. I'm such a I love, oh my gosh, I love spoilers so much. I'm not asking for them, but like
No, we don't want any spoilers.
I'm not asking for them, but I'm thinking like, oh, I love spoilers. Like hearing like
spoilers, because and stuff like this, it's like, oh my gosh, what is gonna happen?
Yeah. Mm.
I like being surprised by the twist. And apparently
That's true.
This twist is like really, really good.
Really?
That's what I keep reading.
I haven't heard of
what I keep reading. What I read once when I downloaded it from Amazon. I was like, what is this about again? And it was something about like the twist is like, oh, the twist is so good it will give you whiplash, I think is what it said.
Damn. Okay. So I guess I don't know. Yeah, I do like a good twist. I do. My dog is barking. I'm listening to it on BookBeat. Is that like the European audiobook service we were talking about before? I could be wrong.
I never heard of BookBeat.
I don't know. I don't know if I've heard it before either. I won't. Okay, good. Okay, yes. Let me.
Lily's going to be laughing at us when we're like, do you think this is what's going on? Do you think that's what's going on? Yeah. Lily's going to be like, nope, none of that is going on.
Yes. We have a, omniscient audience to our crazy theories that we always come up with. Someone who's like, you guys are insane. As we go through, we're like, maybe this is all a dream. Like as we give the craziest theories you could possibly imagine. As we always do. Okay. So I don't know if Audible has the correct. Remember last time when the Audible did not have the correct. Oh gosh, don't.
Oh yes, I do remember that actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you get? I need 1 second. I'm gonna go do some real quick. Hold on.
Let me see. I have. Oh shoot! The chapters aren't even like numbered; they're just names. So I don't know how many chapters I have.
Sorry about that. Had to go shut my mom's door. Audible.
Did you hear me say these chapters don't have numbers? They just have names.
Yes, I did. Yeah. The Audible chapters are numbered.
Okay.
It says there's 62 chapters.
Okay.
There's no like.
What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You don't have to count them now. Because this first chapter is, well, maybe don't count them because then it might be spoiler who it is. But the first chapter is 32 seconds long. It's probably just the introduction. So there's probably like 60 to 59 chapters with like an outro and all that kind of stuff.
I don't have an introduction.
Well, I'm talking about like this audiobook is copyrighted by, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're gonna have separate chapters for that. So, yes, I have 63 tracks, but no chapter numbers. Interesting. So maybe we'll have to. Maybe
do you just have numbers, or do you have names on yours, Tina?
Just numbers.
Just numbers.
I have chapter 1, and this chapter is going to be just like.
Macmillan Audio presents Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Read for you by Richard Armitage and Stephanie Racine.
I'm gonna slow that down, but yeah. It's a little too fast for me nowadays, but yes, that's not. There's no like happenings in that chapter. Can I skip? Let's see. The chapter is 22 minutes long. The next chapter.
Okay.
But just so strange. The man on the
22 minutes regular speed.
Yeah. How many chapters do I have? I have 60 chapters total, which, assuming the first chapter and the last chapter are not chapters, I have 58 chapters.
Whoa, this is way off then. Mika has 63 and you have 50?
58. So
Wow.
5 off.
Okay. I wonder how many I have.
And maybe we'll have to look forward, be like 1 chapter or 2 chapters forward and go like, we're going to read until we see Brandy's perspective again or whatever. I'm making up a name there. Also, the audiobook narrator is British. Dang it. I hate that.
Hang on, sorry.
No, take your time. I'm chugging LaCroix over here, don't worry. Let me see. Let me skip forward like
61 chapters that all have names on them.
That all have names on them. Okay, so we have 61 chapters, which is kind of maybe Audible messed up and they're combining things together. Like sometimes audiobooks still have like 1 chapter, 2 chapters, but in that chapter it'll be just like a section of the audiobook. It won't be like, it'll be like 1 chapter can continue in that and then start a new chapter and then go halfway through it and then the next one will be the continuation. You get what I'm saying?
Not really, but okay. So this is gonna be a little bit more
Yeah.
we might end up spoiling each other.
Well, maybe
reading, we might not be stopping at the same time.
Let's go by what you're saying, Vivian. So like you'll be the chapter girl for these sprints. You'll have to like dictate where we're going. So you'll like go like,
my chapters are just names.
Yes, well we'll have to do that. So how many what's the name on the first chapter?
Amelia.
And what's the name on the second one?
Adam.
Adam? So maybe we'll read the first Amelia and the second Adam. Like Amelia,
so
Adam.
we'll just do it in smaller chunks. Is that what you're saying? We're do like 2 like
we do probably more eventually. But yeah, I don't know. The second chapter is 19 minutes long. So it's like, is that going to be 40 minutes, 2 chapters? This book's going to take us forever, isn't it? And I also didn't write a comment before this, a banner before this. So it's going to take me about half an hour to do this. Probably.
But is it 40 minutes at 1 time speed or 40 minutes at like you guys are doing it at 2?
I would assume it's at 1 time speed.
Okay.
I don't know how Audible on this TV works. I'll tell you that much. So I know, but I go back. Oh no!
Your first chapter, you have chapter numbers and names, and is your first name Amelia?
Every story had a happy ending.
No. Shh. So I'm talking to TV, not you. I'm like, don't spoil it. So the second chapter on this thing on chapter 3, which is the second chapter because the first chapter wasn't real, is Adam. So maybe my thing is accurate. So like first chapter is Amelia, second chapter Adam.
Okay.
So we'll read 2 chapters. These are like this is gonna be confusing.
It's gonna be confusing.
Well, maybe not. Maybe it won't be confusing for us. And we always say people join in, but realistically, no one's joining in. So it's not. If you decide to join in randomly, it's gonna be a little confusing. A more than a little confusing, but for us, we'll be able to figure it.
Okay.
All
right. So we're gonna stop before the chapter rock. If you hear rock on your Audible, stop.
Okay. Where are we? I got one as well. Okay. So let me just do this one. No, is there another one? No, we're not reading that. Try to understand that'll be easier to type in, so I don't have to start like typing start. Okay, there's no other options. Okay, we're starting it over again, I guess. Okay. Reading starting.
Actually, you know what? Hang on.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at the names of these chapters, the titles, and it looks like it goes Amelia, Adam, Rock. Adam, Amelia, Paper. Like every third chapter is like the gift. Like the gift for that anniversary, right? The traditional gift. Year one is rock, whatever it is. So maybe we need to read 3.
Rock, paper,
And then
scissors.
take a break after every
Okay.
rock, and then it's after paper, and then it's after cotton, and then it's after leather.
Oh wow. So it's okay, so it's 1, 2 chapters and then the anniversary chapter.
Well, until we get to leather, sorry. And then I guess there is a whole bunch before we get to linen.
Okay, so let's just read through what's the first one?
Amelia, Adam, Rock.
Okay, so start the book and read through Rock. Okay. Right?
Yeah, I think we either read through Rock or we read up to Rock. I almost feel like I don't know how long these chapters are.
Okay, let's see. So let me go forward one more time. It's gonna be a little scary, but we're gonna do it together. Let me click done. Let me just hold on. Okay. So chapter 4 was chapter 3.
Rock. Word of the year.
Rock is 12 minutes long. Let me make sure it's on the speed, first of all. So the speed I'm talking about is on 1 time speed. I'm listening to it on 2 times speed. So the first one is, I believe, 19 minutes long. No,
Okay.
23 minutes long.
Okay.
And then it is, I gotta speed through the whole chapter because this thing's weird. The next one is about 14 minutes long-ish. And then a little longer than that. And then chapter 4 is 12 minutes long. So 20, 19, 12 on 1 time speed. So 20. So let's say like 20 plus 20. 40 minutes.
This could be about a half an hour, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So do you want to do that? Do you want to do
Let's do that.
the first 3 through Rock? So star, or if I knew how to spell start, that would help. But here we are in life. Starting. Starting rock, paper, scissors. Read from through. That might be tough. I don't know how to spell through. We're gonna go with it. Is how do you
THROUGH.
is through?
Yeah.
Okay, THR.
OUGH.
Okay, there you go. Sorry, thank you for that. Through Rock. Let me put quotation marks on that. I don't know if that's how quotation marks work. Here we are. Okay, through Rock. Then comment done. Oh, okay. Comment done. Then comment done, exclamation mark. 4 of them. Okay. Add banner.
Ooh, yes.
Okay, that works. Okay, starting rock, paper, scissors.
Through Rock. Okay, good.
Okay. Okay. Are we ready to start?
I'm ready.
Okay. Have your reading. I'll see y'all in about a half an hour.
Okay.
Okay, I believe we are all done.
Okay, I am ready.
I can't hear you.
I'm unmuted. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you now either. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, maybe.
Okay, leave.
Yeah, maybe pop in and out. Let me be ready for when she pops back in. Okay, Mika's saying you can hear us both. I ended up using text to speech at the very end for something, so that's probably why it happened. Yeah, because sometimes that glitches out. Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Can
Hello?
you hear me now?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I used text to speech at the very end to send a comment out. So yes, because I still don't know how to spell through. I really need to memorize how to spell that word because we use it a lot. Okay, so let me put this banner down and put this banner up so we have spoilers ready for everybody. Okay. What has happened in our first 3 chapters? I feel like if I was them, I would have left.
I don't know if I would have gone in the church.
Mm-hmm.
But I also I'm not going to stand out in the freezing cold blizzard.
Yeah. And taking an 8-hour drive just to stay somewhere for a weekend is kind of a crazy move. I would think maybe it's like a long weekend, maybe it's like a Friday through Sunday weekend, hopefully. Because even if it's a Friday through Sunday, you really only have about 24 hours of like contact other than sleeping and driving. So it's like I don't know. Like we did that. We left on a Thursday night, I believe. From my memory. We left early Friday morning and we got back like a Monday evening or Monday night. So it's like it's really hard to do. We've done that before. We went to my sister's. Yeah, so it's like I don't know.
I would do it, but I'm like I used to travel a lot for business, and I would fly like across the country from New York to California for a 3-hour mediation.
Really?
Yeah. So
And
I'm used to just,
yeah. And
traveling a big deal.
how long was that flight?
Like 5, 6 hours from New York to LA.
I guess that's not also like I don't know, it's not that bad. Also you're getting paid to do that, right? Like you're getting paid money to go to that meeting, probably, right?
Right.
So it's like I don't know.
I think it's longer than 8 hours though to drive from London to Scotland. I mean, I've taken the train is 8 hours or something like that.
Mm. So you think
So
slower? Think that would be faster?
way slower. Way slower.
Yeah, so it
I
wouldn't.
don't know.
Yeah.
It seems fast to me. I mean, maybe there's a more direct route to where she's going from London to the Highlands.
Yeah.
That could be. I don't really know geography of Scotland very well, but I
No.
know from London to Edinburgh is like 12 hours or something like that. It's really far.
Yeah. I don't know. I have absolutely no clue. Like it's surprising a flight would take that long from New York to California. Would take 6 hours.
Yeah, it's a long flight.
I mean that's the whole country. That is a what is it? It's a 32-hour drive or something like that. Like straight through would be a 32-hour drive. So it's like it's only like a quarter of a drive, which seems kind of crazy. Because it would be like a 3 hour like that I don't know. Because we went from Pennsylvania to Florida, and that was like a 2.5-hour flight to go to Disney World. And when we drive up to Pennsylvania from here, it's a 12-hour drive, including stops. So I don't know. That it's a I'm not the one driving, but it is like I don't know. I feel like it's a lot, and then also I'm creeped the hell out because it's like First of all, there's a freaking face drawn in the dust, like a child has done this, and I just don't. I don't like that at all.
I mean, that doesn't freak me out because that happens, like, if there's enough dust to draw in it, I mean, not at my house. My house, that's like a week old. But at like a normal house, that's like what, 6 months? It's
Mm,
sitting there. It could be like the last guest had a kid that drew in the I'm more freaked out about the fact that the doors were locked and then they're open and then the doors are slamming shut. That's what's freaking me out.
yes. Yeah, true, true. Because the dust could be, yeah. But I don't know. Yes, the doors are also freaking me out too. Because it's like she said there's a maid. Did she expect there to be a maid? What? Maybe.
Well, the
Is,
maid it's not the maid because wouldn't the maid have cleaned?
or yeah, or been invisible as a human being.
Right. Yes, exactly. She would have been like,
I
welcome. Yeah. There's
yeah,
something I already feel like this is going to be a scary book.
and is it
And
gonna get
I'm kind
paranormal?
of wishing that I had changed my vote.
Is it still gonna go? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want any kind of ghost or horror or plus then like he likes horror. Adam is like horror is his genre.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah.
great, great.
I don't know. So he can't recognize his wife's face, right? But he says he can recognize her scent and her feel. He can recognize her as a person, but not her face. And a part of me is thinking, what if there's something going on with that? Like maybe this isn't his wife or something.
Ooh.
Which it seems like, I mean, from the perspectives we're getting, it does seem like it is his wife, but that could definitely, like, that was my first thought when I read the synopsis. That's why I said amnesia, because I was thinking something of forgetfulness, but maybe it's like, it's not his wife.
I think it's his wife.
Yes. From what we're having so far, yes. But that was my first thought when I read the synopsis. I'm like, potentially. But it seems like it is. She knows how a lot about their therapy.
Yeah. But she also like I'm curious. She's like, I have a whole plan.
Yes.
So I'm curious about what this plan is.
Yeah. I'm assuming the plan might be the letters.
To like read him the letters. I mean, it is their last ditch effort, right? Maybe she is
Yeah.
like, look, let me read you these letters and that's going to fix our relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see what Mika said. I saw this comment and I'm like, we gotta go back and see what Mika has said. Okay.
Oh,
Where were we at?
not everything is real.
So we stop before chapter rock. Okay, no, we read. Okay. I said we read through rock eventually, but I thought the chapters were named. I thought it was named after rock paper scissors. I feel like it still is. Like at first I'm like, okay, well, it's named after the the things like the the of the year or whatever items, but they're also making their own up because I believe a 5-year anniversary is paper. No, maybe a first anniversary, second anniversary, something like that is paper. And then I know the 10th anniversary of a relationship is tin. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so I it seems like they're probably making their own things up, and I think rock paper scissors has to have something to do with it because of their like proposal situation.
I don't think they're making stuff up. What do you mean? What do you think they're making up? They're
I
making up.
think I think they're making up the item that corresponds with the anniversary or the year. It's not anniversary; it's more the year so far, at
Well,
least.
I
But
don't think they are. I don't. I mean, I could be wrong. We haven't gotten there yet, but I think they're going to go like chronological by what this is what the thing is.
okay, I guess yeah.
I
So
think.
rock,
No, we'll see when we get to paper if it's the what'd you say? Is that the first anniversary is paper? I don't know
oh
what the
no,
one is,
because
but
they did rock so far. So I guess we'll see
the
what happens.
rock is for the ring.
Oh, yeah. So I guess that would be the first anniversary. Yeah, we're reading through that. I ended up saying that's what I used to check.
Before they got married. This is even before I think.
Yeah,
Am I
I don't.
wrong? This letter was even before they got
Yeah,
married?
because she says soon I'll be your wife or whatever at the end. Like,
Yes, 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 yes.
hmm yeah. I don't know. I don't know all of them. I don't know all of them. Okay. What do you think, um, if everything is everything real, or are the chapters actually from the screenplay?
Ooh.
Ooh, so you're trying to say that this is like real, like this is the screenplay that, hmm,
I mean, like I said, he likes horror, and so if this turns into a horror film, a
yeah,
horror book.
or he's writing, so how would that, how, if you're thinking about that, how would that work? Like, there, this is a book he's writing, or maybe I'm a little confused. Or like this is I don't know how to describe it. Like this is like he's trying to play out one of his horror novels.
I don't know, Mika, what do you I'm thinking everything is real, but I'm willing to entertain whatever your theory is. But yeah, I don't quite understand your theory.
Yes, let us know. Let us know. Where were we at? I can hear you both. Good. Okay. I think that not everything is real. See my last comment. So not everything is real.
All right, what do you think is not real so far?
Yeah, not that comment. The comment after Tina said done. Okay, let me see. Done. This one, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
I think some chapters are real and some chapters are not real. Okay. So do you think that the letter chapter was real and like her chapters are fake? That could be possible because there's a little bit of like a little anomaly that I saw notice happen. She said in therapy, he said, "Will one weekend fix our marriage?" And then in his chapter, he said that she said to the therapist, "Will one weekend fix our marriage?" They both said the other person said the same thing in therapy.
Hmm.
And they were both kind of upset by that. They were both upset that their partner said this thing in therapy, and they were both talking about the same exact line.
Hmm.
And I was like, "How? What do you mean? Like, dude, you said that, but then he said that she said that." The question is, which are which? Yeah, yeah. I'm like that part. That part where the question was getting me. I don't know. I don't know because I'm like this. I Is the book gonna be supernatural?
I hope not, because I am not here for supernatural.
No, yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything about Alice Feeney. I've never read any of her books before, but when I read the blurb, it didn't seem like this was a supernatural sort of situation, but I don't know anything about Alice Feeney. So maybe she writes supernatural thrillers. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope there's nothing supernatural. I do not want like scary ghost horror happening out in a cabin in the woods. And
Oh my
that
God, I hope not either. Ugh. I literally like the phone is the house phone's ringing. Hopefully somebody answers it. It's not gonna be me, I'll tell you that much. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. That's my theory somewhere. That's fair. I think this book's gonna be very confusing. That's what I'm getting from what we've read so far is I'm gonna be extremely confused as we go along with this story. Because I wasn't meant to be paranormal. Now I'm a paranormal. I don't know. But it's so creepy because I'm cold right now. I'm cold. I'm seeing the snow. I'm like, I'm trapped in a in a church in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm not
I'll
even.
tell you what, if the lights go out in the next chapter, we have to rethink this book.
Yeah, yeah. It gets a little
That's
bit
all
too
I'm
creepy.
saying. If the lights go out,
Yeah.
we gotta maybe like pick a different book.
Yeah. We might all be
Yeah,
wrong.
I don't know. I feel like I'm taking everything at face value right now. And
Okay.
I think right now, like, I think everything that we've read is real.
Okay. Yeah. I would say so. Okay.
But I could be wrong.
I have no clue. I'm not even. I guess I'm taking everything at face value. There's some questioning, but I still am. I'm still I don't know. So I guess I'm going with it. Go where the story takes us, I guess. We're 8% in already, which is surprising.
All right, we go where the story takes us.
Okay. So anything else you have to say about those chapters?
No, except what would you do if you were them and the door has slammed shut? Well, first of all, would you have entered the church?
So I feel like I would have been more asking questions about the situation before we got here and before we did all this. Like, I feel like I would have asked questions, asked the situation, asked if there's anyone already there, asked
Who are you asking?
the people who gave me the thing, the people I won the thing from.
Oh.
I definitely, here's the thing, I wouldn't have just said, oh, I won this thing, I'm gonna go. I would have definitely questioned it, especially because she won it from a shelter, right?
Where she works.
Yeah, and it's like, why the hell is an animal shelter essentially giving money out, giving probably like rent, like just giving away a free stay? Maybe they own this place. Is this a thing they've done before?
I got the sense that it was like a charity auction or something that they were doing.
Yeah,
That
so
it was like something that like was gifted and then she won it at the
yeah. And so
also though, you can't like I've won a hotel stay. I've won a trip.
yeah.
You can't just like get in the car and drive. You have to like reserve. You have to tell them that you're coming and make a reservation. So she
Oh,
must have called somebody and oh, she did because they said the door would be open. So she did
yeah.
call and make a reservation. People knew that they were coming. Do you think they got the wrong day?
I don't know. It's I don't know. But like also like I don't know, I feel like more. I feel like it's 2020 when the book starts.
Right.
You know more. You know what's going on. You know what's happening. So maybe it's a situation like you said, charity auction, where somebody's giving up this, hey, you guys can stay in my renovated old church, and you'll pay money to be put into the auction however many times, and then so that the place, the shelter's getting money, right, for their animals. So I don't know. I guess would I have gone if I drive up here and I'm like, okay, I'm going to this place. First of all, I hate driving at night. It's the scariest thing ever. So I probably would have tried to drive during the daytime.
Tina, you roll up in the car in a snowstorm to this church. You go and all the lights are off and the doors are locked. And you walk around and you come back around and the doors are open. Do you go in?
Are the I don't I be asking questions because I can't. No, probably. Maybe go. I mean, no.
I don't think I go in either.
I
I think
probably
I go get back in the car and I
yeah
send my husband in.
yeah
Although I don't want him to get like murdered and then I have to go find his murdered body.
yeah. I guess you'd oh, it's locked, and you open it like they're open. That's strange. Maybe that's what's supposed to. Maybe like maybe there's a sensor in there or something. And then, I mean, are the lights on? Do they walk into this dark building, or are the lights on?
I thought they said the lights inside were not on, but the lights outside were on because they could see the stained glass windows from a distance.
No, no, I'm not. I'm not walking inside a dark building even in my own house. Like I'm not. No, that's not happening.
All right, what if you're in there and then
I'm
the doors go slamming shut? Now what are you gonna do?
Here's the thing. If something evil is in there, I'm acting as though I don't see it. Right? If something is treacherous happening, I'm not running towards the door because then they're gonna chase me. I'm like, oh, I think I need to go get my phone out of the car or like my thing, and then I'm getting in that car and I'm driving away. Or I'm calling the lady, being like, hey, what the hell is going on here? Because these doors just open and shut and there's no one here. Help, you know what I mean? Or, first thing you do is you sweep the wall to try to turn the lights on before you actually get into the building. Because I'm not walking in to a dark building ever. I don't know. What about you?
I don't know why she didn't call. Like I think so. If I had driven up and went to try the door and I couldn't get in and it was locked,
Yeah.
I would not. I don't think I would have walked around the house in the snow and the freezing cold. I think I would have got back in the car and called the place that I reserved, that I made a reservation at,
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, we can't get in. I thought you said the door would be open."
Yeah.
But I never would have even been in the building to begin with.
True. Yeah. 100%.
But if I'm in there and the door slams shut, I am out. I am leaving. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Leaving. I'm getting in the car and driving away.
Yeah. It's actually terrifying. Like, that's literally just the most terrifying thing ever. Oh my God. Now with cell service, now if you have a windy road to drive down, and I don't know how it is other places, but when these people have phones that have data, they have presumably, or at least she does. He doesn't have her phone. First of all, if my spouse took my phone and hid it, I'd be pissed beyond belief.
I know, but he doesn't know she hid it.
But it wouldn't be, oh no, my phone's gone. I'm
like so curious why, like, what her plan is, that he can't have a phone. Like, she doesn't want him to have his phone.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see. I wouldn't put my phone in the glove box. I'd have my phone on me, and not because of the creep factor survival, because I don't not have my phone on me. Like, my phone is not attached.
Right, because you're not a 40-year-old guy.
Yes, but like, what do you do things without your phone on you on you
all the time? I never have my phone with me, and most of the time when I do have it with me, it's dead. I am the worst about having a working phone.
My mom lets her phone die every single day, multiple times a day. And when she goes outside to do yard work or whatever, she doesn't take her phone with her. And I'm like, you girl, put that somewhere. You have to have it with you. Here's the thing. Her phone that she's taking with her doesn't have cell service. It's not connected to anything. My phone isn't either.
That's how we grew up. We didn't grow up being connected to anyone. We didn't grow up like, we grew up like you go live your life. And if somebody wants to find you, well, they'll drive around town and see if they can find you.
Yeah.
Or they'll wait until you come home. They'll wait until you come home. Maybe there'll be a message on your answering machine. Yeah. We were out of touch.
Yeah. And I feel like now, I mean, I guess back in the day we didn't have phones in the beginning, but I feel like now we've had phones for so long, it needs to be glued to your hip, because when it's not, you don't have access to anyone or anything.
Why do I need constant access to everyone and everything?
Because what if something happens?
What's going to happen?
You're driving out into the middle of nowhere 8 hours into the forest and you don't know where you're going, and you don't know the location, and you don't know how it's going to work. And you get to there and the doors are locked. And then they swing open as if some sort of
we don't know that she doesn't have her phone.
What?
She might have her phone.
Exactly. I guess what I'm trying to say is they have to have cell service. They don't have to have cell service. She probably has a phone. Presumably that's, works as a phone. My phone doesn't, because there's no need to have that out here, but it works as a phone. It probably has data. So she can probably call someone or drive, 10 miles back down to a gas station or whatever. If there should be a gas station nearby, even in small towns, even in rural areas. There's gas stations like everywhere. So you can drive to a gas station, you can use their landline. That's what I would think, at least. Or you can, drive to the local Dollar General or whatever. Like, that's what we would do. That's what we do every time our power goes out. So it's like, I don't know. It just makes me think, like, are they not like preparing for this? And then when people drive in, when my siblings drove in for the first time, we were on the phone with them as they were driving in, saying, oh, take this turn here, or yeah, go across the bridge here, or whatever, because it's a really windy, narrow, like, just crazy road to drive on. Like, with, as she said, one side of the road is a complete cliff and there's no lights at all. no street lights. When we're driving in, the trees are so covered that there's no moonlight, so it's completely pitch dark when you're driving. And it's like you prepare for this. You don't just do this. I don't know. I just feel like something's up.
I don't think anything's up yet. I think that it was just setting the stage. This is where they are. This is why they're there. But there's something else. They don't hate each other, but they're clearly not going to stay. They don't want to stay married.
Yes. They said they don't like, he said, I don't like her. She doesn't like me, but we still love each other. And that is like, ugh, I hate that. Now, Mika, do you keep your phone on your hip all day long? I'm curious. Surveying older people, to see if they actually like are. You have to have it with you. I asked ChatGPT if it was ChatGPT if it was supernatural, and it said no. You're using ChatGPT, but I don't use ChatGPT. I don't trust AI, but I do have my phone on me every single place I go. It is a psychological thriller that focuses on the complexities of troubled marriage, secrets, and betrayal. The narrator uses clever twists and unrealistic premises to keep the readers guessing. Okay, so unrealistic doors swinging open.
Unreliable perspectives. I feel like there, like in her narrative anyway, there was a lot of like hinting at things, like she drank way too much with someone that she shouldn't have been drinking with, right? So there's other stuff going on with her.
He did, right?
No, I thought that was hers.
Hers was the second one. He said that he drunk something. Maybe it was both of them.
Said she drank way too much with someone she shouldn't have been drinking with the night before, and that's why she had this like headache.
Interesting.
I thought it was her.
Maybe I'm wrong. I probably am.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I guess we'll see. Maybe she doesn't want him to work all day. That's true, but you weren't careful of him bringing his laptop.
Right. She wasn't careful about that at all.
I often leave my phone at home. When you go out to the store, you leave your phone at home. Now, if I go outside for a couple minutes, maybe I don't bring my phone. But I typically bring it. My parents are like, you don't need your phone. Like, I need my phone. Like, I need to, in case I need to take a picture or something, in case I need to send someone something, in case I have my phone on me, so if I need to do something for a couple minutes with no noise, I need noise. So, like, if, like, yes, when you're going out to the store, you leave your phone at home.
Yeah, we like Tina, most of our lives, we never had constant connection. We don't like it. Mika, do you like being constantly connected to people, that people can always reach you? I hate it. This is why I leave my phone away. This is why I'm not attached to it. I don't want people to constantly be able to be like bothering me. My phone is for me, not for anyone else.
Potential. I went shopping today. Why would I need my phone?
Gen X has spoken.
Hell no, I don't like it. Wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah,
I want, I guess, people who are trying to contact me, I don't know, I care like about like, I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying like people trying to contact me, I feel guilty if I don't answer their messages, like my sister and my brothers. Like, that's the only people who are trying to talk to me is those people who can message me, my mom and my siblings and my in-laws, my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, and that is literally it. And then my friend, like Ro and you, whoever's messaging me, I'm like, okay, you guys are messaging me, maybe it's not important. Like, that's that. And then the main reason I have my phone with me, because I don't have cell service or data, is for entertainment. If you have to go, if you're gonna go make something to eat, or you're gonna go, clean, if you're gonna go clean your room or clean the living room, whatever, do you have to, or do you prefer to have noise playing? Do you prefer to have email? Not email. I'm sorry, I read that and said email. Do you prefer to have like a TV show playing or a YouTube video playing when you clean or when you do anything? When you walk from the where you're sitting on the couch or where you're sitting in your room to the bathroom and then back downstairs, do you need a YouTube video playing while you do that?
No, but if I'm doing like housework or things like that, like if I'm going to clean my house, I'll normally put on Spotify.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
But if I need to do something where I'm thinking, or like I'm having a conversation with somebody, or like I don't put on music just to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah. I
don't need a soundtrack for my toilet experience.
almost when I'm doing anything, unless like if I'm making a new recipe, I won't use anything or I'm talking to somebody, but most of the time I like to fall asleep every night, I put on YouTube to every time I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I gotta go ahead and get a good video. And I'm not in the bathroom for long. Like a lot of people they like to sit, but I'm in and out of the bathroom. Like 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops. And I'll put on a YouTube video because I can't be in silence like ever. And that's interesting. And you guys don't like my parents pack up the truck when we go to the store. My parents pack up the truck. I sit in the truck. I don't help pack up the groceries at all ever. And so I need my phone for entertainment. I will play a game on my phone. If you had to sit for like 10 minutes and wait for something,
fine. Like literally doing nothing. I don't need outside entertainment.
Okay.
Or like 10 minutes, like I can do nothing for 5 minutes. I can do nothing for 10 minutes. I can sit and wait without having to have some kind of external stimulus.
That's interesting. That's a good thing. It's obviously a good
I'm
thing.
interested that you put on music when you go to the bathroom or when you do like little things that just take a couple of minutes.
Yeah. I guess I occasionally put on music, but it's mostly just a funny YouTube video I've watched about 10 million times. Like, have you ever heard of Curtis Connor?
No.
Danny Gonzalez. The two of them, they had a Minecraft series where they play Minecraft, and I played their live stream over and over again when I go to sleep every night. I watch it all the time, and it's just them making jokes and doing whatever, and I watch it all the time. I put on QVC half the nights to fall asleep as well. I love QVC. Some of the things I do are old person like, or write an email. They can leave me an answer, a message on answering machine. Yeah,
right. Really need me, send me a message and I'll get to it when I get it.
Yeah. My dad, he confuses text messages with emails. And he says, "Oh yeah, I shot Tom and Kate an email the other day saying just ask how they were doing." And I'm like, and he was like, "They haven't answered me yet." I'm like, "Because they probably don't check their email." And he's like, and then he's like, "Well, I don't know. Don't they get notification?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You should message them." He's like, "I message them." Like he confuses email. I'm like, "Girl, if you email this person, they're not going to pay attention to it. If you text message them, he'll go take my mom's phone, and my mom has an iPhone. He doesn't. So he'll message the group chat something and be like, "Oh, I emailed the group chat." It's like, no one's checking their email. Sometimes I listen to a podcast or audiobook while I clean.
Yeah. Me too. I mean, not audiobook, but I'll sometimes listen to a podcast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or when I walk, I'll put on a podcast or music. But that's not if I'm going to walk, for down to the corner and back.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I would listen to nothing. I probably wouldn't even take my phone. If I'm walking to the corner and back, which I don't know why I would do that, but
yeah.
If I'm for an hour, then I would put on music.
Okay, that's fair. I guess. This reminds me of a scene in Our Flag Means Death. A character tries to be mindful, but his thoughts go, I'm so quiet. I'm looking at me being quiet. I'm great at being quiet. It's hard to not think about things. Sometimes I think we all got ADHD. We're all getting
We are way off our topic now. Is that what you're saying? Is it time for us to read 3 more chapters?
Yeah, we should have read, and then we got into this part because I'm like, how do you guys not? I guess
You're like, how did she go? How did they go away for a weekend without the phone?
Well, yeah, it's like if you put your phone, who's leaving their phone in their car? They probably don't live in a rural area. Like my parents would not put a single thing in the car that was valuable, that was visible, or like not like no leaving the phone in the car. If it's hidden, maybe I guess what's in the glove box. It's like for you going for a trip, the phone is one of the most important things you're bringing with you. You can buy new clothes, you can buy new hair care, you can buy maybe a fun accessory to have with you, but your phone is it's very hard to replace a phone. Financially and also like physically with like I want my phone, I want my pictures on there, I want the stuff on there. So like you gotta keep that phone ready to go at all times. And you can't be putting it down somewhere and not like anyway, okay. So I don't know. I'm so
Okay. How do you really feel?
Sorry about that. I just want to rant again. Now sorry. Okay. So are you ready to read more chapters, or are we gonna it's getting late for y'all? We've been talking about a half an hour about nothing.
So it's 6:30 my time. I could read another one.
Okay.
Or we could wait. Mika, what do you think?
What do you think, Mika? Let us know.
Mika's an hour ahead of me.
Yeah. 7:30, yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, do you have anything else to say about any of that or the book?
No, I like it so far.
Yeah. Definitely. It's interesting.
Yeah. I thought the engagement, did you think it was romantic or was it corny?
I thought it was romantic, including one of her hobbies in the engagement is, I think that's a cute thing. You thought it was corny?
No, I thought it was nice, but it could have been corny, but I would not have, but then I wouldn't be in that situation. So yeah, I thought it was nice.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit like, I guess not corny, but like it was, I feel like it was giving millennial. I was imagining her like very, what is the outfit called? Like I guess they're kind of in my head. They're millennials. That's all I'm thinking. Especially their age and stuff like that. It's like they're what's that outfit called that Zoe Deschanel always wears? It's an outfit that's like super like weird. I don't know. But it's a type of dress. I'm like imagining her in that, like lots of like what are they called? I don't know. Very millennial-esque is what I'm imagining it, and it's not. Like I guess I will excuse the corniness because that's just who you are as a millennial.
No, it's nice. I was like, oh, so this is how they get Bob. I'm wondering, like, how does she end up getting Bob home? And then, so I was not expecting, although the title was Rock, so I knew that there was going to be an engagement somewhere in this chapter. Okay. I didn't expect it to be with the dog.
I thought it was cute, definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense to include y'all's potential future child into this, right? Okay, so the next chapter is 7 minutes long. Okay. The next chapter after that is 10 minutes. Presumably that is Amelia, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And then the next one is leather, you said?
Paper.
Okay. Let's see if it says paper in my audiobook. Paper. Yeah. Paper. So the next 3, so it's 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Can we do that in one go? Would that be like enough?
Yeah, let's do that in one go, because
All
then we can figure out, like, it's a small chunk,
right.
and we'll see if we want to keep going then, or if we want to wait until Wednesday.
Okay.
So Adam, Amelia, paper.
Okay. Reading. Rock, paper, scissors. Read from. Let's go read from. Let's go the fourth chapter. The third chapter.
1, 2, 3. Adam is 4.
Okay. So read from the fourth chapter through
Paper.
Paper. Then comment done. That should be good, I believe. Saved. Come on, there we go. Okay. So reading rock, paper, scissors. Read from the fourth chapter. Probably should have put TH there, but there we go. Through paper, then comment done. Okay. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm assuming Megan is ready too. Okay. So rock, paper, scissors is not just a game. Something to do with their engagement. Yes. And they always
Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
yeah. They also
Because
always
she always does scissors and he always does paper.
yeah. So she knew it was gonna be a yes. She knew he was gonna lose and therefore a yes.
Remember.
Hmm?
I feel like that's something to remember, that she always does scissors and he always does paper.
Yeah. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Okay. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Happy reading. I'll see y'all in once we finish this bit here.
This will be quick, I think. All
Yes.
right.
Okay, so I believe we are all done now. Let me remove this banner with the spoilers there. Okay, so we got a question answered, right? Almost instantly. That he
Yes, I was like, good, good, good. I don't have to be afraid. He's just being a dick.
yeah. So he shut the doors and didn't tell her why. Why would he not
Slammed the doors.
slammed the doors and didn't tell her why?
Because he's being a dick.
I mean, I guess.
Accidentally slammed the door, but then he was like, I'm not going to say I did that because she'll like nag at me and be like, why did you do that? Why did you scare me?
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I didn't think of it that way at all. Interesting, but I don't know. I think it's just you should have just told her because oops, accidentally scared you. Sorry. I mean, I don't know, but I guess. And then she also says during the chapter he meant to scare me when he comes up behind her. He meant frightening me, and that was weird because I'm like he meant like why would he have like she didn't say it in a joking way, she said it in a serious way, like he meant to frighten her, and that creeped me out.
I mean, it's weird that she's very on edge in this creepy house. I guess it's not weird. I would be too if I like saw a note. One, why is it so dusty? Because
Yeah,
clearly somebody was in there and knew they were coming, right? Left them a note, whatever.
yeah.
But I'd be like, why is it so dusty in here?
Somebody
And
should have
I
cleaned it.
would be like, where the heck is the food? And 100%, I don't think I'm opening a big giant freezer in a creepy hallway
Because
with
I was
weird woodworking tools.
yeah, I was expecting there to be dead bodies in the freezer.
I totally did too.
And
I
a part of me sorry, go ahead.
No, I totally did too.
Yeah, and a part of me is like, they all have meat in them, which is also kind of like, I mean, meat is a normal part of a meal. I'm not, I'm not saying that this is human meat, but I'm also not saying it's not human meat because every one of them was like, they're different kinds, I guess, and not all chicken, but I don't know. Part of me is like, that's kind of weird. And then it's like, why would you have the food freezer in an area like that? I mean, maybe you would keep a freezer in an area like that, like a utility area.
I mean, my grandparents had a freezer like that in the garage.
Yeah, so it would make sense. I'm over. Yeah, we used to have it in the back porch, which was like very like utility, and we have it on our like back porch now. So, which is also like my
But
dad would
also then, like the door was locked and then it wasn't.
to the utility room.
Yeah.
And isn't there like a hatch in the utility room?
Yeah. Or I don't know where the hatch is that goes down to the cellar or the crypt.
Yeah. First of all, what the hell is it called, the crypt? Like, call it something else. In the
So
crypt, there's
that's like just like the Scottish term for it. Like if that's why it's called, I mean, it would be a crypt, right? It's a church. So it would be the crypt.
I thought a crypt was a maybe I'm remembering the definition wrong. I thought a crypt was those maybe I'm thinking mausoleum. What is a crypt?
I feel like the crypt is where the dead bodies are.
Yeah, right. I'm like, okay, crypt is where you hide, where you place the dead bodies, like in between like a morgue and an actual burying place. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like a
unless that's not what they refer to it in Scotland. A crypt is something else, but I think a crypt is like where the bodies are.
yeah,
Like, which would be nice and cold if you're going to keep your wine somewhere. I guess I
yeah,
would keep it in a crypt.
yeah. I guess I have no clue. Yeah, and then it's like it's creepy how she won the thing because they're like
Yeah,
it's
agreed.
Lee. Here's the thing: when you receive an email that's like you won an award, you know what you do? You won something. You know what you do? You ignore it and/or you delete it. That's what you do. You do not, counting not, click on the email. You do not continue to go on this journey and drive 8 hours to the middle of nowhere. you didn't contact anyone. She said, how do you know it was a lady? As in, she did not speak to anyone about this.
Well, it's weird that she's being very cagey. I'm like, does she know the answers to these questions? She just doesn't want to tell him? Or does she really not know? And if she really doesn't know, it's weird.
Yeah, maybe she is the unreliable narrator in the situation and she's not telling us anything. But I don't know. I don't know. And then the floor was made out of headstones.
Well, that is pretty common in a church.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess I've never been to big churches before.
They're like famous people. Like, at least that's my experience in old churches, is that it's like, the king or the queen is buried under the church, or a knight, or somebody like super important is like, has the headstone, is buried underneath the chapel and has their headstone like on the floor of the chapel.
Yes, but this seemed like the floor of only the closet was made out of old headstones. I did not assume people are buried underneath, because typically when you have a headstone, it's placed upright in the ground, and then the ground's here.
Not in old churches, which we don't have any of in the US, probably.
But, true, yeah. Do you think they'd be packed together like a floor, or think they put tiles in between?
It's like the floor. It's literally just like a stone on the floor.
That's creepy. That's weird. I don't like that.
Like, I want to say, like, what's the church in London where the royals all get married? Like Westminster Abbey. I think it has like people buried under the main, like, that they have to walk over.
Yeah.
Like when they're getting married, they have to walk down the aisle. Sorry, I'm like, what's the word? Down the aisle.
Yeah. Interesting. I guess I've never been to an old church like that. I don't know how old the church, like we went to one fancy church growing up when there was like Catholic events, and we really went there probably like 5 times. It was big, it was marble, it was all this kind of stuff, but it was in South Philly. It was not like something fancy from the 1800s or something. Like, it was nothing special.
But even at St. Patrick's in New York, there might be people buried in the actual church, like in the floor of the church.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But I could be wrong about that.
I have no clue. I have no idea at all. So I assume they just repurposed the headstones as flooring to look like antique, like to look cool. Like in the book, I don't know. And then, so do we actually get
how she knows it's a headstone if it's so worn away that you can't see the writing on it?
Because maybe it looks like there's maybe like carving where there would be someone's name, and like you can't see the name, but you can kind of see the like remnants of, or like, oh, this is headstone, or she's seen this before and is like, oh, that's old headstones on the floor.
Right.
If it's such like a common thing or something like that. I don't know. Let me see. On some comments. Mika has some comments here. Let's go through things. Interesting. It's called the doppelganger.
I know, this is going back to Mika's theory that some of this is real and it might be something else.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Foreshadowing, yes, potentially. And then also with the situation, what was it I was gonna say something about? So it's the anniversary year. It's like the thing for the anniversary, but then they have the word of the year, which is like the thing she's doing. So she's making up some stuff, but some of it is true. Holly. But some of it is true. Okay. Foreshadowing. I honestly think so. I think Adam is behind this win. You think he's behind the win?
Huh.
Oh, I do not.
He's dragging her up to the Highlands for like, why?
But
he doesn't even seem like he wants to be there. But then he might be the unreliable one. Like, we're getting unreliable all over the place. We don't know who's reliable and who isn't.
And then it's like maybe he's behind the win of it, and he's like, he set up the email, he set up the thing, he's setting up all of this, putting it in her corner, and then complaining that they're going specifically to have this happen. I mean,
he does seem fairly calm about the whole thing.
True, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you have to. The fact that she didn't speak. I feel like if I'm gonna go in the middle of nowhere, I want to speak to the person and like see their like FaceTime or Zoom just to make sure I know what's like
Right.
going on, because like they could be totally untrustworthy. The messages could totally be fake. The profile could be fake.
Right. You're right. I'm not gonna drive 8 hours in the dark without having talked to somebody's Airbnb, right? It's not like it's a hotel.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to a hotel, but
No.
no, so there's not even like a website that she booked anything on. So it's all,
Yeah.
I don't know that I I don't know that I would have driven 8 hours without having a voice on the other end of the phone,
Yeah.
right?
100%. Yeah.
But maybe maybe she just doesn't want to tell him. It seems weird because she seems pretty sure that it's a housekeeper.
Yeah, and that it's fine and there's something weird going on here. So, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he brought her there. Yeah, you're right. He
Oh, yeah.
does seem
On
to
that
know
part.
where everything is. And
True. What?
he was able to get the door open when it was locked. Every single door that's been open, he might have been, or every single door that was locked, maybe he's the one opening these doors.
Is he the one who tried the door in the first place? And maybe he like stayed behind her a little bit or went ahead of her a little bit, because
Right.
he's the one who noticed the front door was unlocked and opened. She walked around the house and went, "Where the hell do we go?" And didn't even notice the front doors were open.
Yeah.
He must have. Okay, we're
I
going
think
there now, but
he has brought her there and he's freaking her out on purpose because he also didn't seem like he knows that she took his phone and he let her do it.
yeah, it's like that's just insane. It's like you, and
Unless
then
maybe he went back in the house and now he's just pretending like he doesn't have his phone. I don't know. There's so much unreliable going on in this book.
yes, and also like maybe it's not passive aggressive, but their fighting is very like, and she stole my phone, and I knew she stole it, and I said nothing about it. It's like, and like, don't complain about something you could easily fix by saying, "Hey, you stole my phone."
You're right. Something's up with both of them.
Yeah.
I feel like they both have a secret plan and neither one of them knows that the other person has a secret plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, think about it. He knows where everything is. Yes. He shocked face, scared face. He knew where the freezer is. He knew where the wine was. And he just goes, "Oh, here's a crypt. Let me go down here and get some wine."
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You just pulled the floor up, dude. Take a breath.
So is somebody going to die in this book, do you think?
I don't know.
Is there a
Something.
murder? Or are they going to or is this one of those like War of the Roses kinds of things where they end up almost murdering each other because they hate each other, but then they stay at the end, they're like madly in love. Like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I have no clue. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I'm liking it so far.
Definitely. Yeah. It's
Okay,
very
so
interesting.
let's go back then to the letter that she wrote.
Okay.
She orchestrated his entire career.
Yeah. And she didn't tell him that
He
the
thinks
guy
it's all
calls him. Good.
Go ahead.
The guy calls him to meet him up. They meet up, they talk, and then afterwards, when he leaves, the guy calls him back. Someone calls him back and says, "Hey, this guy does actually want to do the screenplay. Let you do the screenplay of my novel." So maybe she caught it after the meeting or something like that, or
No, I think she literally left the house, walked to Henry Winter's house, and said, "Hey, I know your agent died. Your agent doesn't want you to do like a screenplay. I think you need to contact the screenwriter for this and this and this.
Yeah.
And here's the agent's number." Because Henry Winter doesn't know who the heck Adam is, doesn't know Adam's agent, doesn't know anything about this guy. All of a sudden he gets a phone call.
Well, yeah,
And she's
yeah,
like, I can't tell. You can never read this letter because then you'll know what I did.
yeah. I think she's probably going to give him all the letters, maybe even that one on this trip. I think that's like part of her plan, or at least it seems like something. I don't know. So will she give him that letter too? I guess.
I mean, she might as well. He's already,
Yeah,
if they're not going to get married, I mean, if they're not going to stay married, he might as well know that his entire career is thanks to her.
yeah. And I mean, why not tell him, "Hey, I contacted him for you. You need this," and then because she didn't buy him out. She couldn't have bought him out. So the decision to make those books into screenplays should have been his decision, unless she was blackmailing Henry Winter into making his movies into screenplays. But they're
Maybe
poor.
he killed the agent.
Maybe she killed the agent. That what you just said? Oh my
Maybe.
god!
He seemed to like know all about the agent dying. And I was like, that's a weird thing for her to know.
I thought it was like just a news article or whatever.
I know, but still, it's kind of a weird thing for her to even know who his agent was. I don't know. I just was like, oh,
That doesn't seem to me. That doesn't seem weird. To me, that's like if your husband has an interest and he's really interested in this and loves the author, wants to make the movies, loves movie adaptations. Being aware of that doesn't seem strange. Like Nora Roberts, her publicist is all over the place. She is the main one that does the social media. She writes the news, like combines the newsletters. Her name is Laura. Like I know that. So it's like
all
I
right.
don't know if
Not
it's
as
that
weird
weird
as
of a
me.
thing.
Yeah, I don't, maybe because I don't have like necessarily a favorite author.
Yeah.
Would I,
You
and
don't
if I
know.
would I know
You don't
their
know
agent?
anything about what's her name? That author you really love.
Yeah, I don't know her agent. I don't know where this woman lives. I don't know
Her
like anything
publicist.
about her. Yeah, I don't know anything about her. I just know that I like her books a lot.
You don't know. Does she live in America? Oh, she lives in Britain, right?
I actually don't even know that. I think she lives in the US, but I don't know. She could live in the UK.
I know. I've been to the town where my favorite author lives because she lives there. So, so yeah.
So
That
that's why
sounded
you don't think it's weird that she knows the agent. All right, that makes
yeah,
sense to me.
but I don't know. That sounded real creepy when I said it. But like, it's public knowledge that Nora Roberts lives in Boonesboro, Maryland. Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's at least what she says. That's where her bookstore, her hotel, her gift shop is. So yeah. I'm
Hmm.
still not sure if this is a screenplay. So you're kind of questioning your theory about this being fictional.
Hmm.
Maybe the letters are fake. She writes and she just writes them so she can later say, "I didn't kill Adam. I loved him."
Oh.
Look over all these letters. That also, they seem very perspective in the future. They seem very like past tense. Like, oh, like when we first started reading the first letter, I thought that she was writing it now or right before the trip.
Yeah, yeah.
They do seem very like they were written once they fell out of love, like when we loved each other, when the beginning was happening, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, you're right. Someday we'll read about how our love story unfolded, which
yeah.
maybe not,
I
yeah,
think it'd be hard to keep yourself that far past tense. Like, we'll read about whatever. Like it would be hard to write like that. So I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's very interesting. What do you think? Is there anything to the fact that they got married on leap year? So they really only have an anniversary every 4 years?
I was just about to bring that up. Yeah. Like I don't like that at all. I think that's very odd and very strange. I feel like it's something you
I think
shouldn't do.
that's very strange too.
It's like why would you choose? I guess some people think it's special. Not criticizing if people do, but it's like I don't think that's special. I think that's like weird and dumb. Like I dislike when people are like, my birthday was on leap year. It's like I feel like I don't know. I mean, you can control when you give birth. but you can
You can control when you get born.
you can control a person giving birth can control when they give birth. Not totally.
Not really.
But they can go,
Babies
hey,
come when the babies come.
totally. They can't totally control it, but they can control it a little bit by making sure, hey, I'm not giving birth in late February, early March. I'm not going to get pregnant around that time, so I don't have to deal with this leave year baby. I would think that. I would think that I would make sure I don't have a baby on leap year, because that would be a horrible day to have a child. Like you would have to plan for it. Or if you think you're going to give birth, maybe like induce the 27th, you know what I mean? So you give birth the 28th. If you're like 40 weeks and you're like, we're just waiting for this baby to come, don't let it be up to what happens. Just induce before that.
I don't know that we do that. That's like, you don't induce.
You can have elective.
You don't induce for a non-medical reason.
You can have elective inductions.
No, not for a non-medical reason.
Yes, you can. You can have elective C-sections.
Not for a non-medical reason.
I mean, maybe this is a TV show thing, but I'm pretty sure you can have elective inductions and elective C-sections.
No,
can you Google that?
Is going to carve into, no doctor is going to perform major abdominal surgery on a woman without a medical reason.
Can you look that up and see? I am so curious. Do you have the ability to look that up right now on your laptop?
I feel like I don't need to look this up. I did med mal work for
really
years. Yeah. No doctor is going to perform major abdominal surgery on a woman unless there is a medical reason for it.
That's ridiculous.
It's major abdominal surgery.
You should.
I
think people should have the ability to choose if they wanna. If they're like, hey, I want to have a C-section, I'm not going through birth again. People who have had C-sections will have C-sections again electively. They could choose.
No, it's not electively. Most women have to. Once you've had a C-section, it's very hard to have a vaginal birth after that.
They can try to have a vaginal birth. They can elect into that. I don't know.
Once you've had a C-section, you have to choose a vaginal birth.
I don't know.
Because the default is a C-section. Because there's a medical reason why you had a C-section in the first place.
I don't know. I always thought people said that people talk about like, oh, I'm having an elective induction because I don't want to, I want the baby to be born before this or whatever. I feel like I've heard people say that before, like pregnant people. Like pregnant
people might say that, but their doctors are like, yeah, that's not what's happening, my dear.
That's
like you can think that we're doing this but we're not doing that for you. No.
That's crazy. Anyway, a friend of mine was born on Friday the 29th in a leap year. I'm sorry, February 29th. I don't think anyone even thought about it beforehand. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I think people think about things more than they think about things. Like I assumed, like I joined this event or whatever, and I was expecting for like every single part of it to be discussed, every element, everything, when things were happening specifically at the time. Like we got to make sure everything's scheduled. And people were just like, oh, well, what happens. And I'm like, I am a planner down to the millisecond. That's what I am. And I don't know. A website about family planning says you may have an elective cesarean for medical reasons or because of your choice. So people can electively have a C-section that don't
I'm telling you, in the United States, there is no doctor who is just going to be like, oh yeah, let's carve into you and like deliver your baby just because you don't want to have the baby right now. Or just because you don't want to have the baby tomorrow. Nobody's doing it's not. I don't know what website this is, but I'm telling you, it would violate all of the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology guidelines. You can't get to choose when they have their baby.
That's crazy. I feel like that's a part of about what's called again. What's it called?
It's dangerous. It's dangerous. People don't realize how
informed consent. People can choose to go. People can go getting induced. People choose to go give birth in the ocean. I'm laboring. I'm now going to go into a saltwater ocean, the Atlantic City beach, and give birth.
Right,
People
but you're not
that's-
asking a doctor to carve into your abdomen. You're like it's major surgery. It's major surgery.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'm guessing these people are wrong. I guess. Okay. I'm looking it up when we're done this, though. Not that I don't believe you, but that I feel like I've heard people say this. Or you can look it up right now.
I've heard people say it too. Celebrities are always saying it. Whoever's saying it, it's 100%. It is not happening. Not with any doctor who's actually licensed and board certified in the United States of America. Not happening.
This website is the Australian government website. So maybe in Australia, you're allowed to have elective C-section. Official. Why don't you look it up for us, please?
What am I looking up? American College of Gynecology. I don't know.
Is it legal? Is it allowed? Are you allowed to have an elective C-section for non-medical reasons?
All right.
I'm sorry making you do this.
I don't even know how we got on this topic. Are you allowed to have a C-section for non-medical reasons? I'm only going to get I'm not going to get US sites. But I can tell you who has, no, I don't know what this site is, but it basically says, don't do it. So it's not even saying whether you can or not, because it's not like an actual site. I can't get any of the
well, that's fine then. You don't have to keep. I'm sorry.
Sites. Can you request? Yeah, I'm only getting these nothing that's like a government site. It's just like Kids Are Us, pregnancy, birth, and baby.com.
Oh, I also feel like the government can't tell you you're not allowed to get an elective C-section. Like the American government can be like, you're not allowed to make this choice. You're allowed to make lots of choices that, like, you're allowed to make decisions about your body that are unhealthy. That's our right and freedom as
This year's award season starting with
right. You're not making a decision. Your doctor is carving into you. Like that's the thing. It's not like you're just going to go have the baby.
It's
Your
also in some areas
is doing malpractice. You're having a doctor commit malpractice. So yeah,
people can get
don't just do that.
People can get elective amputations, can't they? Like it's not malpractice.
No.
It's consensual.
Doctor is going to cut off your leg just because you want him to.
That's
right.
ridiculous.
What doctor? You're going to go to the doctor
that is in my
license. You can't. A doctor can't just cut off your leg for no medical reason.
Healthline says it is possible to schedule a C-section delivery for non-medical reasons, but it is not recommended. They can say, hey, this is against medical guidelines. We will perform this surgery. You sign off.
No, you'll never. You're not going to get a doctor to do it.
That's crazy. That is, in my opinion, I would assume it's America. You can do whatever you want.
For no reason, for no medical reason. It's malpractice.
It's malpractice, but isn't it about
people? You can't perform medicine with no medical reason. You can't you can't you can't do it.
I guess that's true. You're saying it's true, and I believe you. You were a lawyer in America, but I think that's ridiculous. Because we're in America, you should be able to do whatever you want, including get cut open electively. People get body modifications.
You're gonna have your husband carve you open, right? You can do it. Have your husband do it. Have your doula do it. Whatever. She's then gonna go to jail because she's not licensed to perform surgery. But
I found tons of websites that say the
have
same.
somebody else do it if that's what you want to do it.
I mean, is it malpractice with consent? Like, have you had cases where like people signed, I consent to this, I
No, because
waived
no doctor is doing it.
other things?
No, there are no cases because it's not happening.
When you sign medical papers, you are signing, you don't have legal right to sue or whatever because of if harm or whatever. You've signed over your right to sue. You're signing consent.
There would be no medical malpractice lawsuits if that were the case. If you really couldn't sue because you signed a piece of paper.
And I think that I would like. I think that women should have the right to make the decision. I think people,
they can have their partner carve into them and deliver the baby. They can do it themselves. They're just not going to find a doctor to do it because doctors don't do things that aren't medically necessary. Right? That's what they do. They're doctors. They do things that are medically required. They don't.
Yes, but don't they also do things that help the mental welfare of a patient? Don't they do things?
They think that it does. You telling me that you having a baby is going to help your mental welfare, and I'm going to say, yeah, well, when you bleed out on my operating table, guess what is happening with your mental welfare then?
Yeah,
right. When
let people do Lotus first,
anesthesia, and you stroke out, right? Then how's your mental health? No, a doctor's not going to do it.
That's crazy. That's wild. Anyway. Apparently it's very legal now in Australia, and I think it should be legal in the US. I think that's important because I feel like if I was,
it isn't about legal or illegal. That's not even the right word, legal and illegal. It's just a matter of a doctor, a professional. It's not happening.
Hopefully, if I felt many times if I was gonna have a baby, I could not give birth. So it's like you gotta have a C-section. You just gotta learn. I don't get it. I also don't get all the other stuff that comes with it. It don't make no sense to me. But
how did we even get on this?
Talking about the 29th. Someone should.
Baby on.
Someone should have an elective C-section or an elective induction to not have a baby on the 29th.
I feel like maybe you better go with the birth control method than the entire month of July.
Yeah, I don't know. But they picked the 29th for their wedding date. It's like, unlike birth, you can pick the date of your wedding. My sister and brother-in-law got married on a day that's slightly funny because of the numbers. And they got married on April 20th. And I think that's a little bit funny. And I know that's childish. I think that's funny. But I'm like, did they pick that date purposefully? Or did they pick that date on accident? And both ways, it's funny. Healthline is not a small celebrity blog. And there's a lot if these websites are by medical services.
That's fine. I'm just telling you, if you found a doctor in the US that would just give you a cesarean section because you didn't want to give birth on a certain day, I think that guy's a quack. If there's no medical reason to perform surgery, you don't perform surgery.
Well, I guess it depends on, I don't know, what those doctors are willing to do.
Right. It's if you find a doctor that's going to do it, then
people
what else are you willing to do? I guess that's the question.
People have elective hysterectomies that are not medically. The only reason they want a hysterectomy is so they can't have a child. Right?
I don't know about that. I don't know. Are you making that up? You're just,
I
or you,
it takes
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
it's
I don't know that
I've
women
done
don't hysterectomy for that reason.
I've done not some, a little bit, like a little tiny bit on TikTok looking it up, and people are like, it takes forever to find a doctor because they want like you to be old, they want you to like have a husband,
Yes, there has to be a legitimate medical
have
reason
a
for it. So
everyone's chalking
are
it
you
up the
eventually
reason
going to
doctors.
find a doctor that will do it? Probably, because there are quacks out there everywhere,
I
right?
guess the
So
reason people are saying it takes forever to find a doctor is because of sexism, because they don't believe women should have the right to remove body parts if they, or to have the right to control their reproductive body. So they think, oh, these doctors are sexist, I'll find another doctor. And there's got TikTok accounts of like medical doctors who are like, here's a list in every single state of doctors who will remove your uterus electively. I never thought of it that way. I never thought of it as, oh, those doctors are the crazy ones.
yeah.
I always thought, oh, those doctors are, if someone wants to remove a leg for fun, they should be allowed to do that. It's America.
Well, they can cut off their own leg.
They should be allowed to get healthy medical services with anesthesia, with proper doctors, and be able to cut off a leg if they so choose. Of course, you can have a hysterectomy for that. A lot of women get that because they're done with birth control. Getting birth control that hurts them body.
I don't know that it's just because they don't want to take birth control anymore. I think it's because there's a reason why birth control isn't working for them or isn't healthy for them to take.
And was it? Yeah. And I guess, yeah. But Mika, were the have you talked to doctors about it? And were they like, you could absolutely get it done, even with no medical reasons? I mean,
Or does she have a medical reason?
Yeah, you obviously don't have to tell us if you have a medical reason. Like,
No, you don't have to tell us. Yeah, this is getting very personal.
We're having like not a dumb conversation. We're having a conversation of just
story that
arguing about elective body part removal. So, for some reason we've got on this track, and it was my fault. Okay.
Yeah.
So, anything else to say about the book?
No. So we're starting that on Wednesday at the next part?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we'll start on Wednesday.
Okay.
And we'll start on the chapter after paper. I'm curious if the last anniversary will be scissors.
Well, do you want me to tell you?
I guess not. I mean, you can if you want to, but I guess not. I mean, maybe we'll find that out as we go. We'll probably find out eventually. We'll probably see it eventually.
The last chapter is not scissors.
Okay. Well, there you go then.
At least in my book, it's not titled scissors.
Yeah. My doctor said, sure, but be very certain you don't want to have babies first. But then I decided against it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it doesn't remove getting a hysterectomy does not affect hormones as long as you only get your uterus removed.
Of course it does.
Well, okay, removing your ovaries will affect your estrogen production, I think. But if you just remove your uterus, then it won't affect like hormone production.
It does.
But maybe that's not true.
It puts you into all of it. Puts you into menopause immediately, I think.
Like really?
The female reproductive system is very complicated.
Yes. And I don't even know what menopause is. So we're gonna move on with this topic, I guess. Okay.
You've got 30 years to figure it out.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
I mean, okay. Okay. So anything else? So the pill does. Affect your hormones. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Do we have anything else affect the hormones?
Which is why some women don't want to take the pill.
Yes, or any or the arm thing, or the Mirena.
And why some women can't take the pill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and there is other options other than a hysterectomy, right? That are non-hormonal. But anyway,
I know if there are. Well, yeah, an IUD wouldn't be
yeah,
hormonal.
yeah. Well, there is a hormonal IUD, right? The Mirena is hormonal, right? I think.
I don't know.
And then the copper IUD isn't hormonal.
It sounds painful to me.
It's just, yeah. I mean, most IUDs are painful, right? But copper IUD is just something. Just it's, I guess, plastic shape wrapped in copper wiring, and it's like that. That's insane. But here we are in life. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know anything else about, like, I don't know anything else, any other options. But anyway, so anything else about the book other than nothing else to say about
Other
it?
than the fact that it sounds like they never talked about the fact that he doesn't want to have children before they got married.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe we'll have a baby.
Yeah, I are having children. So I guess now she knows he doesn't want kids. But it's like, so did she know about the face thing before they got married? Because she's not really mentioning the face thing.
She's not mentioning it, but she must have. She had to have known about the face thing.
It's also just like you would think that you'd think about that decision. Hey, I'm dating someone who can recognize my face. You'd think if you went to the process of saying yes to a proposal, you would have thought about all the repercussions it's going to take, and whether you're going to be willing to handle that condition for the rest of your life. Or like, are you willing to go through that? Are you
I mean,
willing
she
to?
doesn't seem bothered by the fact that he doesn't recognize her.
And I mean, he recognizes everything else about her other than her face.
I don't think it would bother me either.
Hmm.
But it would be annoying. It would be one of those little things that 20 years of marriage, you'd be like, you're just going to walk right past me?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, of course he is. Of course. But it would be like,
I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But it's like the not having children thing doesn't make like a ton of sense to me, because it's like you can't recognize your wife's face. Like you're getting
yeah, the kids wouldn't understand that when they're little.
Yeah. But I mean,
And I would also be afraid that like they wouldn't understand it. And by the time they were old enough to understand, they're already like scarred from my failure to acknowledge their presence in the world. Right.
I think it would be just as like there's other things that parents have to explain to their children that are just as hard, that are hard to deal with emotionally and physically. It's like if you have a child, you're with them 24/7, you know their smell, you know who they are as a person, and so you can recognize them probably pretty quickly. You also, it's not
because he doesn't recognize her walking down the street. Like he doesn't recognize her sitting in the car. Right.
No, I mean like recognize their being, not recognize their face. Like know that that's your wife because they smell or whatever, right? Like you have an emotional connection, so you know that.
Well, but only if she's wearing that perfume that day would you know I don't know. Do you recognize people by smell if they're not wearing perfume or cologne or something? No, I'm not
Not
either.
at all. But I guess I would think that if like if someone's walking down the hallway, like when I'm in my bedroom in our old house, the steps were right outside the bedroom, and when I heard someone walking up the steps, I knew who was walking up the steps based on the way they sounded walking up the steps. Right? Like if someone walks by something, I know who it is typically. And maybe that's just me. I don't know. My dad is like thinks my mom's out there and it's me walking around. But like I feel like when I hear people walk, I immediately know who it is by their sound of walking, by whatever. By even their sound of breathing, sometimes I can just tell who it is. So I feel like you know, and then like you have to make sure the children know that they're wanted and they're loved, and you understand who they are. But I don't know. I think you also probably had the conversation with your spouse too. I don't know.
All right. Anyway, stuff's going on in this book. It's very mysterious.
Yes. Yes. Very. Something's happening with these two. I think they're both mischievous right now. That should be the next word of the year. Mischievous.
Yeah. What do you think they're going to find in the crypt?
Wine.
I hope. I feel like I keep getting like scared, and then it ends up to be nothing. Like the freezer and the
Yes.
slamming of the door. I'm almost like, okay, I don't know how much more of this I can handle. It's like you get me all scared, and then it's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm glad that very quickly we get kind of like told. I know it's fine because it would be petrifying to be like, what's in the freezer? Dun dun dun. And I'm imagining like piles of dead bodies, and then we open it, it's like, oh, it's
just imagining one dead body.
Yeah. I was imagining a couple chopped up.
Oof.
And then my first also, it's like, oh no, we just got some, hungry man in there. We're good. You know what I mean? So like, yeah. Also, like, kind of like, I mean, do you think it's prepackaged? My first thought was like, is it prepackaged, or did this person make all of these individual meals?
Oh, I got the sense that someone made them all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I'm like, you went through all that trouble to make all these things? That's kind of a lot. Like to make prepackaged meals. I don't know, but instead of just freezing single ingredients, but I guess it's like a resort or whatever. It's like not a resort, but it's like an event. It's like you're going here, you don't have to cook enough. You just gotta like heat up this platter I've made. I don't know. Yeah.
I also was like, I hope this food isn't poisoned somehow.
I didn't even think about that. I mean, I thought about the fact that it might be human meat, but I wasn't thinking poison.
I wasn't thinking about human meat. There is no way. If this book has human meat, if they're cannibal, there's cannibalism in this book.
Yeah.
Is that your cat?
That's my cat. She wants to leave.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I figure we'll be done in like 15 minutes or whatever or less, so she'll get to leave in a couple minutes. Anything else you have to discuss today?
No, I got nothing else with this book.
Okay. Well, today was fun. Thank you for having those lovely conversations with me. Thank you for sticking around through all of the craziness. If I was, I don't know, being a little rude there, didn't mean to be. I just was like trying to think about it. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna see each other Wednesday at 12 p.m. EST, 5 p.m. your time, 6 p.m. Mika, to continue with this story.
All right. I will see you then.
See you Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye, Tina.
Bye.